Diary of a Kraut Man. Dear Britain, you are the oldest living democracy, technically. You say Magna Carta and Bill of Rights, I say Parliament Act of 1911. America says USA, USA, US. Brilliant arguments, expectorated across the globe. The US democracy is a funny car Humvee running on crude, no petrol station necessary. Park the gunboat anywhere, a drill thunders into the ground and sucks the juice from the earth in less than 10 seconds. Bridges? Fuck bridges. The driver cranks up the sound system and any river parts in two. Mountains? Fuck mountains. A little extra woofer, and Mount Everest is Mount Neverest. Driving on a sunny day? Fuck the sun. The funny car Humvee has an AC that makes the Sahara feel like Siberia and vice versa. USA! Most democracies use a slightly saner approach. Being a democracy does not mean one does not get to fuck with immediate and further away neighbors. Quite the opposite, as the democratic process involves the very fuck-laden processes, proposals, debates, and decisions. However, it has become a staple for democracies to negotiate their vehicles through many a tricky situation with a little more care for its surroundings. Thus, the cars have some wear, a little rust, and could use a new set of tires. Quick tangent. Did you notice how each GOP candidate during the last primaries called the US the worst names imaginable? Not only does it appear to be very unpatriotic, it is also neither true nor compatible with the concept of American exceptionalism. Not that this phrase has any meaning inside the US, much less outside. Do you also notice the tone change with either the end of a campaign, the first day in office, or on the charity Veep ticket, to the American Global Fuckfest? Finally, US elections are turning out to be significantly more expensive every 4 years thanks to Citizens United versus the FEC. Democracy's razor wire dildo. Not you, Britain. Your elections resemble a carriage with two children in a costume posing as a horse. I am, of course, referring to your first past the post system. Right after we look at the buy of your bicameral system. The House of Lords. An even crankier Waldorf and Stettler, each with a couple hundred twins of various ages and genders. Peerage is a telegraph in the democratic digital age, even though it is every lazy kid's dream to go from 0 to 100 without doing anything, ever. Can you sit in the chair, kid? Yes, I can. Congratulations on leveling up. I can has power and influence? Yes. More than 99% of the country? Absolutely. Why? Because we say so. But that, yeah, have a castle. Thank you, but have another castle. Toodles. Finally, in 1999, under Britain's Bill Clinton, the House of Lords Act cut Deadwood from its benches, ending the UK's Ubuntu, hereditary peerage. However, many countries, even if de facto democracies have some form of hereditary peerage through money, real estate, offices, contacts, schools, clubs, and so on. JFK or W, merely presidential tips of political icebergs. Far more unfair and undemocratic is a first-past-the-post electoral system as used for the House of Commons. In the 2015 general election, with its massive turnout of 66.3%, seat distribution was an absurd game of musical chairs, where some parties apparently had cattle prods. Almost 46.5 million were called to vote, yet only 30.7 million did. Perhaps only in a matrix like Zion, folks can be bothered to use their right to elect representatives. Fine, no one expects 100 or even 95%. People are sick, ill, old, have emergencies, etc. Mail-in voting? Anyone? However, any 1 percentage point below 90 is a Gaulish shrug, where it is hard to pinpoint the reason. It could be mere laziness, or indeed the result of a thoroughly complex understanding of the word. Camus can do, but Sartre is smarter. However, any 1 percentage point below 85 is one middle finger to your entire country. People, institutions, and history, of which you are a part, whether you like it or not. All political parties should be a well-balanced menu of the highest quality, prepared by Michelin chefs, served by expert waiters in the most beautiful restaurants ever. We're not quite there yet. Most political parties are fast food chains, selling you subscriptions while still inundating you with commercials and pledge drives, and more commercials. Their employees are receiving more through the back door than the actors in Weapons of Ass Destruction. And while that last one is illegal in many places, the first one is not, because the entire system is mainly geared towards profits and or market share. For the chains, not for you. None of them is obliged to provide you with what was advertised. None of this is an excuse for falling down. Defense behaves like a child, not getting its way and cannot handle his emotions like a mature adult. One more thing. Most of what political parties put on your plate will give you heartburn and or diarrhea. However, you cannot eat nothing. You have to order because you have to eat. So choose the menu which makes your insides rumble the least. Stay away from needlessly hot and spicy crap or weird ingredients like kelp. Avoid anything, berries or mushrooms you have never heard of. And stay away from all forms of communism. Carry antacids at all times. You cannot eat nothing. In the future, there might be better choices. For now, it is what it is. The band Rush put it this way. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. When my parents got to vote, turnout was 87%, around the same as it had been for the past 12 years. And as it would be for the next 22. In 1990, I popped my voting cherry. Turnout dipped to 78% because some 12 million people were new to this "your vote actually counts. Look, your mark is not already printed on the paper. The guys with the guns are gone and you actually can vote for what you want" shtick. Germany's last two Bundestagswahl turnouts were having less to write home about. Bugger. Back to Britain's 2015 general elections. All figures per the BBC website. It gets a bit numbery now. Please bear with me. 650 seats in total. 46.5 million of eligible voters. 30.7 million did. A little over 11 million voted Conservative, which should have got them 240 seats. Instead, the Tories got 331. My maths must be off. Some 9 million voted Labour, which should have got them 198 seats. They got 232. Is my calculator on the fritz? Almost 3.9 million voted UKIP, which should have got them 82 seats. Beg your pardon? They got 1 seat? 1 as in 1? A good 2.4 million voted for the Lib Dems, which should have got them 51 seats. They got 8. Gobble, gobble. Almost 1.5 million voted SNP, which should have got them 31 seats. They got 56. Huh? Direct mandates. A little over 1 million voted Green, which should have got them 25 seats. They got 1. Votation without representation? 184k voted for the DUP, should have got them 4 seats, they got 8. 182k voted for Plaid, which should have got them 4 seats, they got 3. 176k voted Sinn Féin, which should have got them 4 seats, and they got 4, yay! 115k voted Ulster Unionist, should have got them 2 seats, and they got 2. 100k voted SDLP, which should have got them 2 seats, they got 3. Flashback, in 2010, Labour got 258 seats on 8.607 million votes, and the Lib Dems got 57 on 6.836 million votes. First past the bullshit. Oh boy. If 2.4 million people vote Lib Dem, get 8 seats, and 0.2 million vote DUP and get 8 seats, that is utter fucking bollocks. If the 7.5 million people voting for UKIP, Lib Dems and Green get 10 bloody seats out of 650, that is FUBAR. First past the post is unfair. Water is wet. It disenfranchises far too many voters to be considered applicable in a democracy. There are better systems available, and you should adopt one of those. Otherwise, especially the big kahunas, look as if they approved of an unfair system as long as it benefits them. Hey, how about one more for the road? 3.9 million people voted UKIP. 1 seat. 0.1 million voted SDLP for 3 seats. If your tuches can be 39 times bigger, but you only get a third of the chairs, that is not good.